family is family, and it would be lovely if Harry could reconcile with his father and his brother, if they're willing to forgive him for what he's done to them time and time again. But I think that's up to them to do privately. I think any reconciliation that they want is up to them. I mean, if that was me, if I was the head of the head of the royal family, if I was Charles, I'd be looking at reconciling with an NDA in place so that he couldn't then sell
with your own son. Stop it, Claudia.
He couldn't sell the details.
He's a terrible father. Charles has been a terrible father.
He hasn't been a terrible father.
He hasn't even seen his grandkids. I think he's met them once, if that. And he doesn't go over to America to see them. He can't even provide his own son with security.
Anything he says is going to make its way onto his own. Anything he says is going to make its way onto.
Just like they do about Harry. They feed stories. It's very naive, Claudia.
I think palm trees and podcast deals are perfect for them. Stay in Montecito. We don't need you here.
The royal family actually do need them because actually they look dreadful as it is on the world stage.
That is what
they look like they've thrown a woman of colour under the bus, and they're a very lazy family, and they need more representation. And actually they desperately need Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan don't need the royal family.
Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Whether you're tuning in from a bustling city, a quiet village, or somewhere in between, we're so glad you're here. This space is for everyone who believes in kindness, open-minded conversation, and the power of community. No matter where you are in the world, you're part of this global conversation. We're united by curiosity, empathy, and a desire to understand the stories that shape our lives. To the Sussex Squad, to those who champion love, family, and the courage to carve your own path, this episode is dedicated to you. You know that life isn't always simple, and that sometimes the bravest thing we can do is choose our own direction, even when the world is watching. Today, July 22nd, 2025, we're diving into a question that sparked debate from London to Los Angeles. Should Harry and Meghan ever return to the UK? It's a question that echoes through newsrooms, living rooms, and social media feeds across continents. Their journey, from the traditions and expectations of royal life to the sunlit hills of California, has been examined, debated, and sometimes misunderstood. Every step they take is watched, analysed, and often judged by millions. The answer to whether they should return isn't straightforward. It's woven from threads of personal safety, the weight of public opinion, and the universal longing for a peaceful, authentic life. For Harry and Meghan, it's about protecting their family, honouring their values, and finding a place where they can truly belong. So let's look beyond the headlines and the noise. Let's pause to consider the real complexities, the human stories, the hopes and fears, and the choices that aren't always visible from the outside. This is more than a royal debate. It's a reflection of how we treat one another, how we respect each person's journey, and what it truly means to find your place in the world. It's about empathy, understanding, and the courage to support each other's choices. So let's pull at these threads together, unravel the stories, and see where this journey leads us. Because sometimes the questions we ask reveal as much about ourselves as they do about those in the spotlight. The idea of Harry and Meghan returning to the UK stirs strong emotions. Recent peace talks have reignited debate, splitting public opinion. Some see their return as a chance for healing, a symbol of unity for the monarchy and nation. Others feel their departure and public revelations were a betrayal, making a return unwelcome. This isn't just about two people, it's about tradition versus progress, duty versus freedom, and the future of the monarchy. The question of their return is now a mirror for the nation's own identity crisis. The most urgent argument against their return is safety. For Harry and Meghan, the question of whether to come back to the UK isn't just about family ties or royal duties. It's about whether they can truly feel secure in a country that has at times felt hostile. Security is not a luxury for them. It's a necessity, shaped by years of public scrutiny and real threats. After losing a legal battle for state-funded security, Harry said he can't bring his family back without protection. The loss of official security means they would be exposed in ways that other royals are not, and the risks are not hypothetical. Harry has spoken openly about his fears, recalling the trauma of his mother's death and the constant presence of aggressive paparazzi. Broadcaster Narinder insists the UK isn't safe for them, not just physically, but emotionally, given the racism and relentless media attacks Meghan has faced. The headlines have been brutal, often laced with coded language and outright hostility, making it clear that the environment is not just unfriendly, but actively harmful. The digital world amplifies this negativity, with social media platforms becoming battlegrounds for criticism and abuse. Every move the Sussexes make is dissected, debated, and often misrepresented, adding another layer of stress and insecurity to their lives. The scrutiny and negativity create an environment no parent would choose for their children. For Harry and Meghan, the idea of raising their young family in such a climate is unthinkable. The constant fear that their children could be targeted by the press or by those with ill intentions weighs heavily on their minds. Safety means both physical and emotional security, and without both, a return is unthinkable. It's not just about bodyguards and alarm systems, it's about peace of mind, the ability to walk down the street without fear, and the assurance that your family's well-being is protected from harm, both seen and unseen. For the Sussexes, these aren't abstract fears, they're daily realities. Every public appearance is a calculated risk, every interaction with the media a potential flashpoint. The emotional toll of living under such intense scrutiny cannot be overstated. The desire to share heritage is strong, but protecting your family comes first. Harry and Meghan want their children to know their roots, to experience the culture and history of the UK, but not at the expense of their safety or happiness. Until the climate changes, until the UK can offer both respect and security, the country remains an unsafe harbour for the Sussex family, no matter how deep their ties or how strong their longing for home. Beyond safety, public opinion is a major barrier. Recent polls show only 24% of Britons support Harry's return and just 12% support Meghan's. Most don't want them to resume royal duties, seeing that chapter as closed. Years of negative media coverage have shaped a narrative of betrayal and commercialism. Overcoming this entrenched view would require a seismic shift in public mood. In California, they've found freedom and community, far from the UK's constant judgment. The chilly reception at home is a powerful deterrent. There's another side. Many believe Harry and Meghan burned their bridges. Critics argue their interviews and documentary were attacks on the monarchy, making reconciliation nearly impossible. The phrase, "lie in the bed you made," is often used, suggesting they must accept the consequences. The royal family, some say, can't simply forgive what they see as public betrayal. Yet others argue the institution itself shapes the narrative and isn't voiceless. Still, the belief that the Sussexes are responsible for the rift remains a major obstacle. In recent years, the British monarchy has faced growing questions about its relevance in a rapidly changing society. Some argue that more than ever, the institution needs figures like Harry and Meghan, perhaps even more than it's willing to admit. Their departure from royal duties sparked intense debate, but it also highlighted the unique role they played within the royal family. Harry and Meghan have a remarkable ability to connect with younger, more diverse audiences both in the UK and around the world. Their advocacy for causes such as mental health, racial equality and social justice resonates with a generation that expects openness and authenticity from public figures. Through their charity work and candid conversations, they've helped bring important issues to the forefront of public discourse. Meghan, in particular, brought a sense of new energy and inclusivity to the royal family. Her background and experiences offered a fresh perspective, challenging long-standing traditions and encouraging the monarchy to evolve. She became a symbol of hope for many who had never before seen themselves reflected in the royal institution. When Harry and Meghan stepped back, it left a noticeable void. While William and Kate remain popular and respected, they are often seen as upholding tradition rather than pushing boundaries. The absence of the Sussexes has made the contrast between tradition and progress even more apparent. Harry and Meghan's global appeal, combined with their willingness to speak openly about personal struggles and societal issues, could be exactly what the monarchy needs to modernise and stay relevant. Their influence extends far beyond the UK, capturing the attention of international audiences and media. Without their presence, the monarchy risks becoming increasingly disconnected from the public, especially younger generations. Declining attendance at royal events and a lack of engagement from diverse communities are warning signs that the institution cannot ignore. A reconciled return of the Sussexes could help bridge the gap between tradition and progress, offering a path forward that honours the past while embracing the future. Their unique position could foster unity and renewal within the royal family. By embracing change and working together, the royal family, including Harry and Meghan, could help ensure the monarchy's survival and relevance for generations to come in a world that is constantly evolving. While debate rages, the Sussexes have built a new life in California. They have no plans to return, finding happiness and normalcy in Montecito. Meghan describes their life as a dream, simple joys, community and privacy. For Harry, giving his children a different childhood is paramount. In California, Archie and Lilibet enjoy freedom and a relaxed environment. Their new life with the Archewell Foundation and media projects is fulfilling. The Californian dream is now their reality. Ultimately, this is a family story, and hope for reconciliation never dies. Recent peace talks hint at a slow thaw between the Sussexes and the royal family. Even King Charles, though cautious, is open to dialogue. The Invictus Games in 2027 could offer a neutral ground for reunion. The path forward isn't about geography, but empathy and rebuilding trust. Healing will take time and privacy away from public scrutiny. We can hope Archie and Lilibet will know their royal family. In the end, love, forgiveness and hope matter most.